obviously a frustrating outing. At least getting back out there, how did you feel being back out there?
Just focusing on the areas to improve in. Starts with practice, having a good week of practice, carrying it over to the game.
How did you feel practice week went?
Say again?
How did you feel like the practice week went and how you maybe assessed how things went today?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to be not as intense as the game, especially as a rusher like Max, being one of the better rushers in the league. So, just got to be on your P's and Q's with every rep you take in practice. So.
Was there anything in particular that he was doing to, allow him to win on some of those reps?
No, I just think the 2 sacks. He just won the rep at the top of the rush. It just kept going and finished stronger than I did. So.
Seems like there's some extra frustration from you after this one. How difficult is it to wait so long to come back and then to have this happen?
Extremely difficult. You want to be an anchor for this team, a player that the team can depend on, and I let the team down today. I didn't do what I was supposed to do today to give the team the best chance to succeed.
I know you don't really make an excuse for an injury, but how difficult has this been after a pretty good offseason and now have to deal with something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can't pin it on nothing but just executing. I was brought here to block guys like that, so there's no excuses and there's no reasons why not and why it hasn't gotten done. So it just comes down to me executing.
Did you guys feel like you have more success carrying over what you guys did at the end of last week into this week?
So, what'd you say?
As a team, did you guys think there would be more success carrying over the success from the end of last week into this week?
Yeah. Yes and no. You try to move forward from the previous week, win or loss, but you do want to carry over that momentum that you had, and we had success and we had a lot of positive things happening. So we try to use that to continue going forward, but you try not to hang your head on that, knowing you got another opponent to play. So it's a little bit of both.
How disappointed maybe you weren't able to kind of continue the momentum as a team?
It's definitely tough. We wanted to come out. We wanted to start fast. That's something that we need to continue to work on. So that's really the biggest thing. I feel like when it comes down to it and there's pressure, I don't think we break apart, but we need to do better for ourselves early on in the game.
I'm sure you hate for it to come in a loss, but can you go ahead and take us through your first touchdown?
I was backside of a concept. I just kind of saved the back line. I just tried to stay relentless on the route, and Cam threw it out there, so I was able to go get it.
It was a bullet, and you snapped it out the air. What was the first thing you thought when you grabbed it?
It was kind of surreal. It was kind of like it just happens fast. Those moments sometimes they just come. And I was like, wow. I was like, we have a chance. We're only down 10 points, 2 minutes to go. That's really what I was thinking about.
Anybody retrieve the ball for you?
Yeah, I do. It's in my bag. Mm-hmm.
We're dropping back a ton, letting a good front tee off on us with a really elite rusher. So I think it starts with the first and second downs. It starts with the run, starts with the play action, and doing well there. And then you got to protect. You got to do your job. So on both ends, not good enough.
I know you wanted to layer wins. You talked about finally getting that taste. How frustrating is it to come out and have this type of performance after getting your first one?
Yeah, certainly. Everything is kind of loaned every week in this league, and success doesn't always carry over, and you have to re-earn a win every week. So, whatever we did last week is irrelevant. So we've got to come out with a new energy, which we didn't. And so it's got to be a week-to-week basis. We've got to perform at our best level week to week. We didn't.
How disappointed to not come out?
Yeah,
where do you find it?
for sure. We felt what the win felt like last week, and then to come out and kind of that, I think is really disappointing. And I think it's going back and a little more of a flush it week-to-week mentality. Even coming off success, right? You've got to flush a bad loss, but you've got to flush a win too. So didn't do a good enough job of that, and I think that led to what happened today.